Once Miss Streetz say it, I rock with it, man. She one of those people on question. All right, we appreciate you.
Me and Miss Streetz, how you gonna do 'em like that?
Thank y'all for watching another episode of Highly Respected. I have a very dope artist with me today that I'm excited to talk about, especially about the project that he released. Jay Swishes, what's good?
Yo, it's good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we have to talk about I'm Really Him, the EP, 7 songs. I listened to it probably 3 or 4 times actually. And without skipping anything, sounds good, love it. Talk about the project and how everything came together.
So this project was the second installment to the trilogy because the first one was I'm Him, and then I had dropped I'm Really Him. And basically this project was to give an insight more in who Jay Swishes really is, more like into his like personal life, like on songs like I Remember, I talk about, losing my mother where I grew up, and just different losses and heartbreak and just different pain that I've been through. You feel me? Just like a more in-depth part of me type shit. And I got to, I guess, show that on this project. And that's why, and it fit the season as well
Right.
of when I dropped it, which is that cold winter, which is, people go through a lot come that around that time. So I just wanted the music also to fit the season that you're in.
Right. Definitely a dope project, like I said. Let's talk about your parents. Your mom was a gospel singer, dad was a DJ. Talk about how they influence you and your music today.
Growing up, I used to like I just grew up listening to music, hearing my mom sing all the time, hearing her put me onto different, artists, especially my dad, he's as a DJ. It's just I just grew up with music like every day. Like it was inevitable for me to not be around it, you know.
Yeah.
So musically my love for music definitely came from, being around like, my mom and my dad and stuff.
Right. So I read that you actually used to play basketball, and that was really your thing, your focus, your dream. But that shifted, of course, into music. Talk about the transition from basketball to music.
Playing basketball was definitely my first love, and it also I think part of that love was because it gave me a sort of relationship with my father. So it made me even want to go harder at it until I got to the point where it was like, if I got to take this, if I'm trying to, take this to the top, I really got to be in love with it. It's a lot of dedication it takes to really make it. So, and I just didn't have it for basketball. I realized that my love for it, even though I have love for the game, I think I love the fact that it bonded me and my dad together. But I thought to myself, like, if I gotta just play ball just to have a relationship with you, then fuck it.
Right.
Music is really my real love. You feel me?
Right. So let's talk about your fans and just growing a fan base. Of course, we know people out there buying fans and whatever it is they're doing, but for you,
Right.
you organically gain your fans every day, pretty much every hour. How important is that to you to grow your fans organically?
It's definitely important because I want to have a foundation, because a lot of artists, like even artists that's way bigger than me and very successful, some of these artists they blow up so fast and they didn't really build the foundation that they needed, that when they're not that hot anymore, they have nothing to fall back on because all it was just clout and hype. It was not real fans that are really gonna just listen to whatever you drop and really support you, whether you high, whether you low, no matter where you at. So I find that very important to have a foundation always, because they'll support you forever no matter what.
Right. Do you have a name for your fans? You know how some artists have names, like of course Nicki has the bars and Rihanna baby. How about you?
Nah, I've been trying to come up with different names to call them, but as of right now, I just look at them as I call them family. I just look at it as my supporters, my family. You feel me?
Oh, that's cool. So we all know it's the 50th year of hip hop. Can you remember like the first record that you, I would say, bought, first CD or whatever you had bought, or the first hip hop record that you know that you fell in love with?
To be honest, like the first CD that I ever bought was a T-Pain album. That was where he had Can I Buy You a Drink and those type of records was on that album. Like the first CD that I ever bought. Like, you know.
Right.
And it's just dope to see the evolution of music and also to see where like certain sounds has progressed. Like, you know, where like especially T-Pain with auto tune and sounds like that, and just when you see the origin of where certain things came from and see like how so many artists have expound on it and like, you know, made it put more, you know, elements to it. It's just
Right.
dope to see.
Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
So what's Jay Swish's creative process like? Let's talk about studio and stuff like that. What's your needs and how's your process?
When I'm in the studio, I like to have liquor in the studio. That's my really thing. I don't really smoke like that when I'm in the studio, but you know, liquor gets me going. Like my favorite thing to drink is Taylor Port and Casamigos together.
I was gonna
Taylor
ask
Port,
you.
yeah, Taylor Port and Hennessy together. That's really my thing. You know, I love those two combinations, and I like to have a lot of people in the studio for some reason. I just like to be around, you know, energy around me, like especially like you know have some females in the studio, and like you know certain of my people in my team that I respect their ears and stuff like that. So that's what my studio sessions look like for
Cool.
sure.
And I was going to touch on having people in the studio and how much their
Mhm.
opinion means to you, but you already said you had like key people that will be in there that has that ear. So,
Yep, yeah, definitely, definitely,
so what's the
definitely.
best part about being a musician?
Um, when people tell you that they need your music, they love your music, your music gets them through the day, gets them through a week, got them through a certain situation. Like, because to me, music is therapeutic. Like, even when you want to have a good time and you want to go out, you want to listen to music before you go out. There's a reason for that. And I just feel like I look at myself like as a pharmacist. Whatever you need, whatever medication you need musically, I got it for you. You feel me? So I feel like I'm doing a service. You
Right.
feel me? I feel like I'm doing a service to the people, and my goal is to have my music, you know, reach to the world. Like I want to touch people with my music. Feel me? That even when I'm dead and gone, I'm still gonna live on forever. Like that's one of the best things about music. That even when you're dead, you still live on. You still have a legacy. People can still hear your voice.
Yep, definitely. So, what kind of advice would you give a new artist, brand new artist coming out? What would you suggest to them or advice that you would give them?
Um, do not get into music if you're not gonna go all the way in it and really invest in yourself, especially investing in yourself because this music is not cheap. Like you gotta it costs money to go to the studio. It costs money to look the part, videos, marketing, all of that costs money. So I would say like you really gotta be in your hustle to invest into your craft. And once you start doing that, it's like that shows how much you believe in yourself, that you're willing to sacrifice that money and sacrifice your time and the money that you work hard for the bigger picture. And even sometimes you'll be spending money or and you feel like there's no money coming in. It's just that with this music shit, you gotta really just keep putting in, and eventually, if you with consistency, networking, and all those keys, you're gonna reap back everything that you sow times 10. You feel me? You just gotta not give up, even when you feel like, damn, this person just got a hit and he only been. You can't watch other people. You gotta focus on you and just keep going. That's the main thing. Consistency, keep going, and
Right.
networking because it's all about who you know as well.
Yes, most definitely. That's great advice.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's next for you? What's coming up? What should people expect from you?
You should definitely look out for collabs coming soon. Like, I'm finna be doing a lot of collabs with a lot of female artists that's doing their thing right now. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the ladies are really killing it right now. Like,
Killing
they're
it.
going crazy. It's a lot of dope female artists. I
Right.
love to see it. So look out for that. I'm gonna be collabing with a lot of female artists. That's dope. Um, and project. I'm working on another project right now also. So I've been in the studio every day, working on it. And definitely just keeping on building my brand, building my fan base, so I could, do bigger and better shows coming up.
Yes, most definitely. And I see it. It's coming. Like you said, just keep putting the work in. But it's coming.
Definitely,
Yes, most definitely.
definitely.
Before you go, I need you to drop your social media so everyone knows how to download your music, if they want to support you, follow you, all that good stuff.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Jay Swishes, JaySwishes. And if you want to find my music on Apple Music or wherever you find music at, all you got to do is just type in Jay Swishes, JaySW with one ISHES. That's on all music platforms.
Yes, and everything pops up for y'all, so make sure y'all support him. So Jay Swishes, thank you again for stopping by. Like I said, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm supporting the music. I love it. So just keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome.